This fierce military dog was locked in a cage, motionless with a muzzle on, and all the soldiers were particularly afraid of it. However, one veteran decided to try to tame the dog. He mustered his courage and slowly approached it. The dog, alert, stood up, ready to attack at any moment. Demai cautiously moved closer to the dog, crouching down to gently touch it. When the dog didn't react, Demai sighed in relief and turned to his comrade saying, "He's not that scary, right?" But the next second, even though the dog had a muzzle on, Demai was terrified. He quickly lifted the dog into the vehicle, with the dog growling and thrashing, ready to tear Demai apart. Demai, having learned from his previous experiences, didn't dare to confront the dog. He hurriedly gathered his things and took the dog away from the military base. On the road, the dog eventually tired itself out and sat quietly, but Demai still didn't dare to relax. He called his superior for advice. The superior explained that the dog was a highly decorated military dog, but ever since its handler had been killed, the dog had become violent and highly aggressive. He also mentioned that Demai had to take the dog to its handler's funeral. Of course, things didn't go as smoothly as expected. As soon as Demai hung up the phone, the dog started acting up again. He tried to calm it down by talking to it, but the dog wouldn't listen. It scratched wildly, and Demai, scared, quickly stopped the car. As soon as the car came to a stop, the dog quieted down. Demai, risking a bite, decided to remove the muzzle from the dog. However, when he tried to take the dog out for a walk, the dog became agitated again, resisting fiercely. Demai quickly closed the door, leaving the dog alone in the car. But when Demai was gone, the dog managed to tear apart the cage in a matter of moments. When Demai returned, he was stunned by the scene before him. The dog was furiously tearing up the seat, shredding the leather. Demai, though anxious, didn't dare open the door. If he did, the destruction would only escalate. Left with no choice, Demai came up with a plan. He put a tranquilizer into a piece of sausage and fed it to the dog. After eating it, the dog collapsed, limp, inside the car. Having subdued the dog, Demai felt somewhat smug. He drove to a small town where they parked for the night. Worried that the dog might be hungry, Demai put out some dog food in front of it. However, the tranquilizer hadn't worn off yet, and the dog couldn't even stand up to eat. It had to lie down instead. Feeling a little guilty, Demai grabbed some food and tried to coax the dog, but the dog, no longer trusting him, refused to eat what he offered. Demai, frustrated, tossed the food back into the car and went to sleep. The next morning, Demai woke up groggily, having forgotten that the fierce dog was still in the car. The dog had been thirsty all night, and when Demai opened a water bottle for himself, he realized the dog was in need of water too. Though still irritated, Demai knew he had to stick to his plan and deliver the dog to its destination. On the road, Demai tried to improve his relationship with the dog by telling it stories and offering it snacks, but the dog didn't respond at all. Instead, it became agitated again, pacing back and forth, as if it had noticed something. Demai, unaware of the dog's behavior, didn't realize what was happening until it was too late. The dog, now without its collar, had half of its body outside the car trying to jump out. Terrified, Demai slammed the brakes, causing the car to stop abruptly. The dog seized the opportunity and jumped out of the car, running straight into the woods, disappearing from sight.